and your own daughter to accompany you in this life, to treat you in this life. The Shaykh Hafidhahullah wa ra'ah, he mentioned, he say likewise, he say, wal wala'u wal bara, and having allegiance, association and disassociation, min a'adhamil wajibat fil Islam. Allahu Akbar. Having association and disassociation, it is from the most important aspect of the religion in Islam. If a believer doesn't have al-wala wal bara, his Islam is not sound. Having association, in this association, who to associate yourself and who to cut away from. If a believer doesn't have this, his Islam is not standing. So we must have at one point, tayyib, know who to associate ourselves with and who not to associate ourselves with. Al-wala'u wal-bara. Right? We must know who to be with and who not to be with. Who to have enmity against and who not to have enmity against. This is a principle that is a fundamental principle in our religion. And likewise, being upon the da'wah to Salafiyah, this is a matter that is a crystal clear matter. But al asf al-shadid, unfortunately, if like when people talk about al-wala wal-bara, they see them as the troublemakers. They see them as the extreme ones. But al-wala wal-bara has always been existed in this da'wah. Abdullah ibn Umar, ماذا قال لصاحب الرسالة? What did he say to the individual that wrote a letter about the qadr? He said, inform him as this, I cut myself away from him. And he is free from me, and I'm free from him. And likewise, Umar ibn al-Khattab, his son was doing something, he told him, listen, wallahi, I will not give you salam no more. Because I'm telling you what the Prophet ﷺ said, don't be throwing rocks and you throwing rocks. I will never give you salam again. So the issue of al-wala wal-bara, it is always there. As Shaykh Khalid Abdul Rahman mentioned, hafidhahullah, he said, loving Shaykh Rabi', it is a sign of the sunnah. It is a sign of the person being upon the sunnah. Loving Shaykh Rabi'. Loving Shaykh Rabi', it is a sign of the person being upon the sunnah. So how about an individual that speak bad about Shaykh Rabi'? How about an individual that criticize those who are standing and defending the da'wah of Shaykh Rabi' hafidhahullah? So having, wa alaikum salam, al-wala'u wal-bara, it is a matter that is very important, barakallahu feekum. Sometimes let us not be blindfolded by the benefit that we can have or the little bitty things that we can get from this or from that, but rather concentrate on the da'wah. And for the people of the sunnah, alhamdulillah, they should never be alone. They should not feel that loneliness, because that is part of it. It is part of it. It is part of it, barakallahu feekum. Because not everybody will stand up for that which, alhamdulillah, is clear-cut da'wah. No. And this is, alhamdulillah, one of the things that all of us have that obligation to do, to study. And when we say study, alhamdulillah, it is that the individual is patient upon the book. Patient from the beginning to the end. Not just, barakallahu feekum, only play a CD here and there. Akhi, this individual can spend all his life without have no benefits. Will not have no knowledge, barakallahu feekum. And that finished, alhamdulillah, that issue of al-mawala al-kuffar. Yani the love of the disbelievers. Or the friendship of the disbelievers. It's not permissible, Abdullah, to have friends that are kuffar. Abdul Jalil, Ahmadu, it's not permissible to have friends that are disbelievers. Yeah, they might be your classmates. That stops right there. It's not people that you're going to call 24/7, talking about this, talking about that. That's not permissible. Because they are not going to call you to the salah. They will not advise you to fear Allah in this regard or not. They will not tell you, akhi, oh my brother, you are upon the truth. No, they say, are you, you tell me you don't have no girlfriend, are you gay? Are you gay? You don't have no girlfriend, are you okay? You must be gay. I don't see you talk to no woman from in the class. You must be gay. Now, if you're weak, right? If you're weak, you're gonna fall for it, because you wanna prove them. Listen, I'm not no gay. Now you're gonna invalidate the rights of Allah in regard to what is halal and what is haram. You wanna prove a point to this individual. So they are technically calling you to the hellfire. You tell me you don't smoke? You must be weak. You must be weak. You weak, man. You can't even try it one time? Man, you weak, man. Man, go play somewhere else. Now, if you really weak, you're going to join them in that. But you firm upon, that's why, alhamdulillah, you do what you got to do, bam. And that's why, alhamdulillah, it's important that we keep our youth in our mix. Keep our youth in our mix. Let them be our friends, and we are their friends. So they will not feel the need to go outside the circle of Islam. Very important, barakallahu feekum. Because if not, this individual are not going to call you to nothing but to disbelief and kufr. And to do things that, barakallahu feekum, you know the first time you will start it. But you will never know when you're going to be out of that hook. Because some people tried once and they died with it. They tried it once and they never came off the hook. Never came off the hook. Na'am.
So, is it safe to say for us to be careful with this name of bro? Like, you know.
Or the kuffar?
Yeah.
No, that's not permissible. No. I mean, in America, if a person has, let's say, if you black, his black or brother. No, this is also something that is be clear. Because remember, and we study it on Usul Thalatha, the statement of Ibrahim alayhi salatu of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when the Najran, the Christians of Najran, when they came, and then he invoked what? Al-Mubahala. He invoked the calling the curse of Allah on the liar. Right? So they refused to accept that, because they knew that the fire was going to come and burn them where they were. But the Messenger Allah ordered him, فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا فَاشْهَدُوا بِأَنَّنَا مُسْلِمُونَ. If they turn away and refuse, he say, openly testify that you are believers. Shaykh Fawzaan, he said, this means openly testify that what we upon is the truth, and openly testify that what you upon is falsehood. So, we cannot have no room to be calling the disbelievers our brothers and sisters, just because that we have the same racial background and the like. So this is very important, barakallahu fi, like the calling of bro or brother or my brother, stuff like this. Akhi, al-Islam, it is that which is the foundation of brotherhood. Right? Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. Only. Innama, we mentioned this. Innama, it is what? Adatul hasr. Yani that is which will bring about to confine what is about to be mentioned. Meaning only the believers are brothers. Only the believers are brothers. Only the believers are brothers. It is not because he's from Senegal, he's from Gambia, I'm from Senegal, that necessarily we're brothers. No. It is about the deen first and foremost, before anything. Now, he a Muslim, I'm a Muslim, alhamdulillah, I'm a brother. I don't care if I know you, I don't know you. You meet a person at Walmart, you see Islam in him, he see Islam in you, he turn around, assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. That's your brother. That's your brother. What pains him, pain you. What hurts him, hurts you. Whether you know him or not. That if he was to be jump on the parking lot of the Walmart, don't say, I don't know him. He a Muslim. You're going to say, okay, I don't know this guy. Let them jump him with his tawbah and his kufi. Is that what you're going to say? La wakallah, that's my brother. What hurts him, hurts me. What joy, what alhamdulillah, yani give him joy, will give me joy. And this is what the description of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Na'am, Adam.
How about when it applies to the deviant?
The deviant as our brothers?
Yes.
At the extent. At the extent. At the extent. Because, yes, they are brothers because of Al-Islam. They still upon Islam. But we have to have also that wala wal bara with them based on what they deviate from the religion. Based on what they deviate from the religion. If this individual, they are tablighi, for instance, yeah, we pass by them, we give them salam. But are we going to associate ourselves with them in their masajid? Go to khuruj with them? Alaykum salam. Or this individual, he's Sufi, right? Yeah, as long as what you call it, bid'ah is not mukaffira, yes, we have something in common, that is our brotherhood upon Islam. But that we still at the same token have al-bara with them in regard to that which they inhiraf, based on their deviancy. How much deviancy? It is how much of a what? Al-bara we have to have with them. The closer they are to the sunnah, the closer we'll be with them. Meaning of what? Of in regard to the wala wal bara. طيب. Right, that's your brother. That's your brother in regard to that which is the what you call it, the blood, the lineage. Khalas. If he die, you ain't gonna inherit him. And if you die, you're not gonna your money is not going to him. Right? If a person has a daughter, the daughter is mathalan a Muslimah, and the person is a kafir. That daughter, the father cannot be the wali for that girl. Meaning the representative or the guardian, we'll say, the guardian of that girl. He can't be, because they are not having the same deen. They don't have the same deen. Shaykh Uthaymeen rahimahullah, he say from the wilayah, muwafaqatud deen. From having a wilayah, meaning being a wali, you have to have the same religion.
And what if he's your brother, he's a disbeliever? What about the janazah? Should we go to the janazah?
Very good. The ulama, and alhamdulillah, this was a question that the last class we have with Shaykh Yahya Talibi, it was asked about the janazah here. If you have individual from his own belief system that are there to bury him, then barakallah fi, it's none on you. But if there is nobody to bury him, you got to bury him. If there is nobody to bury him, you got to bury him. And the dalil is that when Abu Talib died, who buried him? Ali ibn Abi Talib buried him, his own son. Under whose authorization? The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered him to bury him, because that was his father. And this individual didn't bury him, so he ordered Ali to go bury his father, because them other one did not bury him. But now if they would have buried him, the Muslim, they will free him, because there is nothing between him and them. It's over, done deal.
Did the Shaykh mention a custom to use when you buried him? Do you still go by that?
No. Bury him meaning just dig a hole, put him in there. If you want to call it dumping. No, dua. No, and that it is to wave off the harm for the believers. That's why we bury him. To waive the harm of the believers. So the believers will not be disturbed by a foul smell coming up from the body. That's why you go all the way out to the boondocks, dig a big hole, dump him and come back. Ain't nothing, akhi, just dig it, bump it. That's it. That's all.
It's like a dog.
However you call it.
You know that's illegal to do, but so you have to be very careful.
No, I'm talking about the Islamic legislation. I'm talking about alhamdulillah, in Islam we go.
If somebody would have tried to go out and do that, they could get it.
Oh, of course, yes. Because there are rules and regulations and set whereas the cemetery and stuff like this. But if it is somebody that is a brother, that meaning your brother, your blood brother that is not upon Islam, and he died, then of course if there is nobody that can take care of him, meaning bury him, it will be your responsibility to bury him. And whatever is their way of burying him, you bury him in that way.
So where would you bury him? Is it in the Islamic cemetery?
Never, ever. It is not permissible to bury a disbeliever in a Muslim graveyard.